Nicolas Jackson. Today is about Nicolas Jackson, your boy. Now your man know whether I like him or not. But before we dive into his case, because we have a lot to talk about him, because we have been hearing different news about him, if he's going to stay at Chelsea, if Chelsea is still going to sell him, if he's going to move from Bayern to another club and all the rest, you understand? Yeah. And not only that, we are also going to talk about other related Chelsea matter and also the English Premier League title race. We are going to deliberate on the next Arsenal 6 games and the next Man City 6 games to pinpoint if Arsenal still stand a chance of winning this title or Man City still stand a chance to steal the title. And not only that, the Super Eagles. Let me start with that. Talking about the Nigeria versus DR-Congo saga. Up till now, FIFA has not brought out any final decision concerning this case. But like what Dave said, if DR-Congo has faulted the law, let
it go in favor of Nigeria.
Let it go in favor of Nigeria. But if they have not faulted the law, let it go in favor of DR-Congo. But so many Nigerians want it to go in their way. But are you okay with Nigeria going to the World Cup through this means?
For me, I feel that going to the World Cup is very good and it's very important. We really need to be there. How we go does not matter. But we need to change our mindsets, like have a better mindset as Nigerians, that we must not always try to trace faults. You get? We must not trace faults after we have lost to something.
Exactly.
Because I think that's the same way we qualified for the playoff. We qualified for the playoff. We then had to trace faults that South Africa had a player that was not. I think he was
not registered.
He was not registered or was suspended. Talk, and that is how we got the chance. Yes, to qualify.
Point deduction.
Yes. Via the point deduction that we qualified for the playoff. And now another point, we skate through and got to the final of the playoff where we played DR-Congo and everything. We had the chance. Now the truth, why sometimes I feel bad about bringing up all these fights, arguments about why we are not qualifying is because no matter the external player DR-Congo involved in that game against Nigeria, the truth is that we still had the class. What did it take to win them? We had it enough. We had the class. There was no robbery in the game. The game was fairly blown by the ref. There was no robbery. We had more players. Aside from Wan-Bissaka, that is a well-known player in DR-Congo, that we all know based on his performance at Manchester United and his current performance at West Ham. Which other player can you mention in that DR-Congo that is an outstanding player? Then let me mention to you about 5-6 players in the Nigeria squad that is an outstanding player.
European standard.
So how does it make sense? So for me, I go with what Big Dave have said. If truly DR-Congo, they involve some external hands which are still not class, and Nigeria feels that because of the knockouts out, yes, this is the way for we to fight back, I'm still in support of that. They should give the favor to Nigeria. But if there is nothing like that from DR-Congo, then DR-Congo should move ahead to the World Cup.
All right, let's move over to Nicolas Jackson saga. He's still a Chelsea player, whether you like it or not. You understand? We got an information yesterday, a very straight information, and everybody has been talking about it. They say that Nicolas Jackson is expected to return to Chelsea this summer because of lack of game time
at Bayern
Munich. Then the idea of him staying at Chelsea has not been ruled out, despite the fact that we still have the same idea of that they might still sell him. Remember, the coach that was in charge when Nicolas Jackson left was Enzo Maresca. Now we have Liam Rosenior. So, what do you think? do you think is going to be is a good one that instead of us to go in for a more attacking player, at least let's say just peradventure Dela failed to deliver, should we rely on Nicolas Jackson or we should stick to Emega? Because see Chelsea now, I don't see them signing any top.
Yeah. And this is where my points falls into. Thank God you mentioned Emega. And I think one of the key reasons why that statement was made because of the change of the head coach last month was because now, since Liam Rosenoi came, we have seen improvement in every other player in every other position. But there is still this lack of improvement when it comes to this player called Delap. I think the fate of Jackson lies in the performance of Delap, because the truth is that if by chance, just as we use the word, that form is temporal, but class is permanent. If by chance Delap just starts showing an outstanding performance, like the way João Pedro has shocked us in our past games,
start scoring goals, because that's the basic of a striker.
Start giving good openings. Start creating chances.
Leave creating chances, scoring goals.
Okay, scoring goals.
Scoring goals.
That is his basic duty, to score goals. I don't think there's any chance of Jackson, because for sure I can beat my chest to tell you that Chelsea will mostly buy to the idea of keeping Emmanuel Emega in the striking position to pair with João Pedro. And even though Jackson is coming back, he's likely coming to be either a second option or a third option, because currently we know that our striker, when we say who will be Chelsea striker now, who will be Chelsea striker? João Pedro. So even though Jackson come back, he never still change any narrative of João Pedro still being the Chelsea number 9. So Jackson is coming to function as either a backup striker or a backup striker for Chelsea.
It depends though, because if Jackson comes back and we have Emmanuel Emega currently right now, I guess he's injured. That's the only issue I have with that young man.
Okay.
I think he's an injury player.
Yes.
I don't know,
because
but
not been playing
I've not really been seeing him like that. Then if that's one, okay, let's say peradventure Chelsea did not call him back from the loan from Strasbourg, okay, and decide to leave him there on 1 month loan, and Jackson decide to come back, and Delap is not still giving me that kind of football. Remember, we have McGill. You're not calling McGill. So I don't see Jackson being a backup striker if he's coming
now. Why
back.
I'm not calling McGill, because I am very sure and certain that Chelsea's short list of players to sell or to loan in the summer, McGill will be part of them.
Okay,
I'm very sure of that. Now let's really look at this whole scenario of Jackson. Now Jackson has been in Bayern Munich for over 6 months. Over 6 months without having quality game time.
Yeah.
Now we already know that the intensity of the Bundesliga competition is not as that of the Premier League. So if Jackson was to build a better momentum as a player, to build a great change as a player, that would have been at this Bayern Munich. But now look at the Bayern squad, where you have the like of Lamau, you have the likes of Keane, you have the like of Ulisse, Luis Diaz, you have the likes of Gnabry. Dangerous set of players. Now, and these are players that are hungry, and back to back, you always find these players fit in any game.
Yeah.
So where do you expect Jackson to fit in? Now, having that lack of game time now is already an issue for him coming back to the Premier League, because I am not expecting to see Jackson to be even 70% fit to play in the Premier League next season. Looking at the fact that he has not consistently worked in his clinicality issues. Now, how do we expect Jackson, after having that less game time in Bayern Munich, to come to Chelsea and function very well as we are expecting him? Because at least by next season, we should be raising our expectation to winning the Premier League. And it was not as if Jackson was a bad player with us at Chelsea. No,
he was not.
He was not a bad player. He was a very good player for the position, for the number 9 position. But the issue we really had with Jackson was the issue of clinicality. But now I feel that it is going to become worse
if he comes back.
In the sense that he has not balanced much in terms of fitness. That is, having game time back to back, just as other Bayern player. Now, this is one reason why it looks as if the Bayern team is an outstanding team. Because they tend to use a particular set of players time to time. Tell me how many matches you see Bayern play without Olise. Point out how many matches you see Bayern play without Hurricane. Point out how many matches you see Bayern play without Luis Diaz or Gnabry. In exception of a suspension issue.
So you are saying that we should not. So Jackson coming, there is no need
I will not say there is no need, but I think it will take him at most or at least 3 months.
Don't forget, he has played for Chelsea. He has played with the likes of Kupama.
Exactly.
He has played with the likes of Cucurella.
Exactly.
He has played with the likes of what they call it, Rhys James, Casaido, Enzo.
Exactly.
You understand the chemistry.
Yes, I understand. He understands that.
And let me shock you.
Yes.
If Jackson should come now, if Delap still fail to deliver, just as you say before the season ends, he still stand a chance of playing.
He still stands a chance of playing as a backup striker. For me, I will literally see him as a backup striker because we've seen some outstanding qualities from João Pedro that we as intentional Chelsea fans, we will not want to neglect João Pedro. You have seen his quality, and we all have seen his quality. So we will not want to neglect such player with such qualities. Yes, we also know that João Pedro can play as a back of a striker, but the dynamics of Liam Rosnoy does not literally fit João Pedro to play as a back of a striker or as a 10, which he normally plays while he was while
he's always was there. Yes. Forward.
Yes, always forward.
And I guess it will also fit Jackson.
It will fit Jackson, yes. But you also
the only area I will agree is the clinicality.
The clinicality, yes. And you need to buy to the aspect of the fitness, because this is one reason. I'll put it to Chelsea fan that this is one reason why Garnacho will still play nonsense for us in Chelsea. How will a player stay for almost a season without playing about? Did he play up to 10 games last season when Amorim was there with Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag? Almost a season or half of a season without playing a game, and the club is buying him to the team. Okay, look at the player's fitness. Yes, he's not really a bad player. We say that he's not really a bad player, but he is not giving us as expected.
Okay,
the Garnacho at Chelsea, the Garnacho at Man U, and the Garnacho at Chelsea, which is better?
I guess for now we have not really seen much.
Why? Because this player is still trying to get up with fitness.
Due to the lack of game time.
Exactly. That's the same thing that we are looking at in terms of Jackson. This guy has not gotten... Okay, how many games has Jackson played for Bayern?
15.
Starting?
I don't know how many.
Coming from the bench?
I don't know, but total 15.
Total 15. How many goals has he scored?
I guess 5. 5, if I'm not mistaken. 3.
3 goals. God.
That means most of his time is coming from the bench.
Do you know why this thing is crazy? Bayern is a goal-scoring team. You get? Bayern is a goal-scoring team. Bayern creates more chances than Chelsea. They have more creative players. The creative prowess in Bayern is high. So if Jackson can play in a club like Bayern, even though he's coming from the bench, or he's starting a game, and in 15 games, Jackson cannot get at least 5 goals or 6 goals. God, it's crazy. Then it means that there's no improvement in the player. The truth still stands that if Jackson is really giving an outstanding performance in that little so-called time that he plays, I don't think Bayern will want to sell him. Bayern will want to return him back to Chelsea, because I think his deal, the Chelsea deal with Bayern was, I think it was a buy clause was also included.
Depending on the number of games he appears. All right. But in all, we still want Chelsea to keep Jackson.
Keep him. He will still be instrumental. I feel that Liam Rosnoy can bring the best out of him. All
right. Now, talking about the top 4 and the title race. Let me start with the title race. The title race, we have the likes of Man City and Arsenal fighting for this title. And if we are to monitor their next 6 games, and let's do a prediction or a speculation or a possibility of who is going to sit at that position. Is Arsenal going to retain their position as still number 1, or Man City is going to overtake them. Looking at Man City, their next 6 games, they have Leeds, West Ham, Chelsea, Burnley, Everton, and Bournemouth. While Arsenal have Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Man City, West Ham, and Crystal Palace. Who do you think stand a chance? Do Arsenal still stand a chance of sitting at that number 1, knowing fully well that they are only 4 points ahead of Manchester City?
Okay, I'm just trying to like use my Google so I can know their home game and their away games. So that is what I'm doing. So now I think Man City's next game in the Premier League is on the 2nd of. How am I seeing me here now?
Arsenal is playing at Wolves home. Man City.
Okay, Man City is playing next at Etihad against Newcastle this Saturday. First, before I start talking about Man City and Arsenal, it's not looking as if we are neglecting Aston Villa. They are nowhere contending for the competition.
Even me, I don't even see them even sitting at that number 3 for a very long time.
Okay, yeah, I will go with you for that. But now on the 21st of February, Man City is playing Newcastle at Etihad.
Leave the dates, just let's focus on.
Okay, on the thing, and they are playing at home, and we know that this is a crucial game for Man City. Looking at the fact that they are contending for the title, and it is also I will not really call it a crucial game for Newcastle because currently the Newcastle form is really poor.
Don't forget, Man City hits Newcastle in the Carabao Cup home and away.
Home and away, exact, and they don't marry them home and away. I don't know what I think I've forgotten what they played in the first leg at Newcastle's home. I think Newcastle won them in the first leg, or it was a draw.
Go ahead.
But for me, I feel that Man City has more advantage there against Newcastle. And also looking at Man City versus Leeds, we know Leeds is a grade team.
It's when they face Chelsea.
When
they face Chelsea, that's when they tend to be good.
Chelsea. But I know that Man City will win them. I think Man City has more easy fixtures than Arsenal.
Because Arsenal is going to be facing Wolves.
Wolves, yes. And now we are seeing after Leeds, they are playing Crystal Palace next. After Crystal Palace, they are playing Nottingham Forest. And these games is Crystal Palace is home. That's at Etihad. Nottingham Forest is at Etihad. And after Nottingham Forest, they are playing West Ham at West Ham home ground. You should know that Man City is 85% likely to win West Ham. And every of these games they are going to play, they are at most 80% likely to win every of these games.
Okay.
But now talking about Arsenal,
don't forget they are going to play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Okay, at Stamford Bridge. That will be by April.
Okay.
And that will be that will be the 6th fixtures. Yes, the 6th one. I have a problem with it.
Okay,
so
talking about
out of these 6 games, I can guarantee Man City coming out with at least they should have at least 4 wins and possibly 1 draw
and 1 loss.
Okay, that is total of 13 points. And talking about Arsenal, first game against
Wolves at Wolves home ground. We know how difficult it was.
It was for
at Emirates.
Yes. So and their next game is against Tottenham.
At Tottenham's home with a new coach.
Igo Tudor. And me when it comes to Tottenham, I can confidently tell you that Wolves can hold Arsenal a draw or possibly win Arsenal than Tottenham. Like I have more confidence on Wolves. My confidence on Wolves is more than that of Tottenham because Tottenham sometimes they just they play so sluggishly, as if they are not aiming for anything. But I still wonder what they are doing in the Champions League round of 16 parts because I feel the Champions League is more like a versatile competition. Yes, more teams come to play, so they might have the chance. And after playing Tottenham, Arsenal is playing Chelsea
at their home ground
at Emirates, and that is one game I feel that Chelsea will want to really show their best because it will not sound nice that Arsenal is beating us 4 consecutive times in a season. Not 4 consecutive times. Yes, 3 consecutive times in a season. The first one at Stamford Bridge, we had a draw due to the red card. The second one we had a loss. The third one we had a loss, and now I'm not sure they will be giving us that back-to-back win.
Mm.
So I think Chelsea will be a problem. Chelsea might likely hold them a draw or mistakenly give them
A tough one.
a tough one. Which
But
they might
it's
lose.
hardly be a
Yes,
draw or
yes,
a loss.
Yes. And the next one against Brighton. Brighton is not really rated by me.
Mm.
I don't know. But I think Arsenal has more chance of winning Brighton, whether Brighton's home or Arsenal's home. Then the next one against Everton.
Mm.
Against Everton.
No, they'll win this one.
Yeah.
They'll win this one. They stand a
That
chance.
was at Emirates and
They'll win
against
the-
Bournemouth.
Then another one, Man City at Emirates, is going to be decisive.
That would be that is the EFL finals, Carabao Cup finals.
Oh,
That would-
sorry.
yeah.
Their next game is Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yeah. And
Bournemouth.
that's 6 fixtures. It will not still be an easy one for them against Bournemouth because looking at the current performance of Bournemouth, I think if Bournemouth should be consistent with this form, they will be a big problem to every big team they face.
Wow.
It will be a big problem to every big team they face. But for me, out of everything we have analyzed here, don't forget I have confidently given 13 points to Manchester City, and I would say that I will confidently give 10 points to Arsenal.
I see Arsenal losing 8 points.
Yes, Arsenal losing 8 points. I don't know, but I'm saying them winning 3 of those games confidently, and possibly having 3 draws. 3 draws. But I don't know where it's coming from, and they might likely lose any of these games too.
Out of the 3 draw, they might lose one, then draw 2.
Exactly, yes.
All right. I hope you are not saying this from the space of bias.
No. I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased because I think I've seen the Arsenal team. Their pattern has been studied. The only chance Arsenal has above every other team is just that the squad depth of the team.
Even they scored them, nobody's scared again.
Nobody's scared of it. And also the individual brilliance of some of their players.
Yes, nobody's scared again because we watched Brentford. Brentford was just... I think Arsenal is more tight at their home than when they play outside.
Exactly. And the truth is that most of these teams that Arsenal are playing are teams that are struggling. And nobody knows at the point that Arsenal might be playing them. And that time we tell them, if you want to wake up, say, Omo, I beg we know if you're last in win us, I beg we don't go down. Someone will try to push up again. Same thing for Man City.
Yes.
But I see Man City like
they
Pep have more easy fixtures.
And again, looking at Pep Guardiola leaving the team,
yes.
he wants to leave glorified.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even that EFL Cup safe,
he's not going to joke with it.
I think I'm seeing Arsenal least likely
to win it. All right, thank you very much. I guess that will be all for now. Do it to like, share, and subscribe. My name is Peters.
And my name is Gifto.